Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Just the Bat Magic Girl, aka the Buff Collector. The information on the channel is time for adult collectors and not children. And today we are going to be taking a look at the SideShow Mythos Obi-Wan Kenobi. If you do enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Jumping right on into this review, guys. Yes, fresh off the hype of the Kenobi series, I did pick this up from the same guy that I went ahead and picked up the Mythos Boba Fett and Hot Toys Mando, because once again he offered me a price I could not refuse. And like I said, fresh off that hype of the Kenobi series, I went ahead and purchased it, and yeah, I couldn't be happier because this is a phenomenal figure. Unfortunately, while I was taking the review picks for it, he did take a bit of a tumble, and a small piece did chip off slash break off. So we will go ahead and take a look at that when we get to that. But yeah, guys, this is the SideShow 1/6 Mythos Obi-Wan, and as you guys know, I recently got into 1/6 figures, and I heard a lot of mixed reactions or stuff about SideShow. And I have to say, it's kind of warranted, you know. The joints don't feel as stiff and sturdy as a Hot Toy. However, the detailing and everything that you do get with this figure or any other SideShow figure, in my opinion, is just as good as any Hot Toy in terms of sculpting and detailing. And honestly, this one in particular would blow any Hot Toy out of the water. The detailing, the stuff that he has on his back, it just looks phenomenal in my opinion. I really don't know a Hot Toy that could really hold up to this guy. But also at the same time, this is also a concept Obi-Wan in a sense, because it's not a real Obi-Wan. It's a mixture of Ewan McGregor and Sir Alec Guinness. So yeah, it's not like they're basing it off an actual real actor or actual real, you know, photo of Obi-Wan. So that's somewhat of a difference when you're talking about, you know, like a Tony Stark Hot Toy, or, you know, Hayden Christensen Hot Toy, or a Ewan McGregor Hot Toy, where it's actually based off an actual person per se, whereas this one's kind of like SideShow's interpretation of what Ewan McGregor slash Sir Alec Guinness would look like in this stage of Obi-Wan's journey. So with all of that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and take a look at everything that this guy does come with. So no alternate heads. I really wish he would have came with at least one alternate head, at least maybe just like maybe like an angry face, or I don't know, just another different head would have been nice. Although getting into 1/6 recently, I don't really see many of them coming with that alternate head option unless you're paying for like a deluxe figure, or a figure that warrants it, whereas this one doesn't really warrant it. So it's not going to be like a Mezco where they give you those options and multiple head sculpts and face sculpts and all those different kinds of things. But nevertheless, I am still completely happy with this guy. So with all of that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at all the extra hands that he does come with. So surprisingly, he does come with a pair of fisted hands. Why do I say surprisingly? Because Obi-Wan was never really a fighter per se in terms of hand-to-hand combat. He preferred to either outwit his opponent or obviously use his lightsaber. And as we saw in the Kenobi series, when he tries to go hand-to-hand, it doesn't work out too well for him. He does come with two secret pants, which he's currently using right there. He does also come with two open action hands slash force using hands, because it kind of looks like he's using the force with them, but at the same time, if they're kind of just hanging down, they just look like regular, you know, relaxed hands and whatnot. So he does also come with a trigger finger hand, which you will find out why later on when we turn around and take a look at all the stuff on his backpack. So that is it in terms of all the extra hands that he does come with. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at all the great accessories that he does come with. Starting off with this, I believe it was called a droid interceptor or something in the instructions or description or something. I don't know. It's this little thing that hooks onto the back of his belt, although it is tiny and the hook itself is tiny, as you can see, and it has fallen off multiple times. In fact, I thought I actually had lost it. Thankfully, it was just in the back of his brown cloak, and I was able to, just find it real quick, but I actually thought I had lost it. So the next thing is the ignited portion of the lightsaber. So he does come with one lightsaber hilt, and the top just pops off, and you can pop this one in, and you do get a full-on lightsaber blade. This one's really cool at the bottom right here, as you can see. It's not just smooth like it is throughout the top of it. It does kind of look like it's kind of energy and kind of like forcing itself out and whatnot, so that's super cool. The top is pointed and not rounded, so it is that version of a lightsaber. Before we start pulling stuff off of him, let's go ahead and take a look at the base that he does come with. So he does come with the typical hexagon SideShow base, crotch grabber right there, lifts it up, goes down, whatever you need. Star Wars right there, 2018. Oh, I thought this was a newer release, but I guess this was 2018. So 2018 right there. So with that being said, let's go ahead and just start pulling stuff off of him, starting obviously with this lightsaber. So let's go ahead and pull him forward a bit so I can grab it off of him. So this is, of course, Obi-Wan's lightsaber right here. So yeah, it's super cool that we do get it. It does come with this little clip right here, so that way you can clip it onto his belt if you so choose to. But like I was saying before he took this little tumble, and that's going back to the joint system on this guy, kind of like I was saying, it just doesn't feel as sturdy as a hot toy, and that's basically what I was talking about. That one, he kind of just felt like jelly right there. So anyways, going back to this lightsaber, this top piece right here does remove, so you just pop that out, and then you go ahead and pop this portion in right there, and you have an ignited lightsaber. So that's super cool that you have that option. I really would have wished they would have given us two separate ones, but it is what it is. It works. So with that being said, let's go ahead and actually turn him around, because he has quite a lot on his back, as you will see. So one thing just fell off, actually. Actually helps me out a bit. But before we actually take a look at all the little intricate pieces on his backpack, let's go ahead and pull off the accessories that he did come with. So actually, let's go ahead and start off with the one that fell off. So let me grab the other one. Down here, he does have a little bit, some little wraps, leather, or I should say pleather, to wrap these two lightsaber hilts that he does come with, which I thought was really fucking cool. That he comes with these extra lightsaber hilts, and right now you'll see which ones. Starting off with, we'll go ahead and start off with this one, since I do have it in my hand right now, and of course it is his master Qui-Gon's lightsaber right there. Super cool. And the second one, of course, being Anakin's from when he picked it up off of Mustafar after he completely annihilated Anakin in that battle. So yeah, super cool that he does come with those two. Unfortunately, they do not come with the same ignited portions as his does, so you cannot actually add any kind of ignited lightsaber to those two lightsabers. But in my review picks, I do use a little Photoshop magic, and well, you guys will see. But let's go ahead and continue on with the stuff that he does come with. He does come with this pair of goggles right here. Super cool. There you have red lenses right there. They're actually redded out, so if you flip them around, they're all blacked out and everything. You can't see through them or anything, but they do have red lenses right there. He does also come with these binoculars right here. Let me get them off the backpack. Super cool, super highly detailed. Your typical Star Wars binoculars, so super cool. I absolutely love these things. They have a pleather strap right here, so you can either wrap it around his neck or the backpack, as you saw. So the last thing that actually does remove off this backpack is this Tuscan Raider rifle, and that is why he comes with a trigger finger hand, because he comes with a rifle, so of course he needs a trigger finger hand to shoot the rifle. So here's the Tuscan Raider rifle, all very well, nicely done and detailed. I absolutely love this thing. Nothing moves or opens up or anything, so it's okay, but very well, nicely detailed and done. So yeah, super happy about that. So now that we've taken everything off the backpack that essentially comes off, why don't we go ahead and just start taking a look at all the different stuff that he has on it, starting off with the Jawa Slings right here. He has little pockets and stuff that he can shove stuff in. I'm sure when he found these or took these off some dead Jawas, they probably had a bunch of great stuff in them. He does have a hook right here with a bunch of rope. He does have a Tuscan gaffy stick, or two Tuscan gaffy sticks right there. Look at that, he's outdoing Boba Fett. He does have his sleeping bag rolled under right there. He does have his Clone Wars armor right here, as you can see, which I thought was one of the coolest pieces of this SideShow Mythos Obi-Wan. You know, that they included that. I just thought that was one of the coolest pieces. And of course, he does have a mini moisture evaporator right here because, of course, during his time in between episode 3 and 4, we all know he was on Tatooine, well, for the most part, now that Kenobi has come out. And here's where we get to the part that unfortunately did break off. So let me get him so you can see. So it is supposed to have 3 of these little spinning things, and unfortunately, while I was doing the toy photography, you will actually see on Friday's behind the scenes toy photography video him fall back essentially, and that's when I heard it. And yep, I look, and yeah, it's missing one of the little things right here. So thankfully it's on the back. Unfortunately, it kind of does hurt the resale value. Any kind of damage does, but at least from the front, it looks complete, as you can see. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I guess let's go ahead and take a closer look at Obi-Wan himself, since we took a closer look at his backpack and all the stuff that he does come with. As you can see, like I said, it is a mixture head sculpt of Ewan McGregor and Sir Alec Guinness. SideShow's, I guess, interpretation of what Obi-Wan would look like around this time, and you know, traversing through the Tatooine desert and whatnot, trying to protect Luke from Vader. So he is wearing his Jedi robes, but they are slightly browned and yellowed, you know, due to him, you know, traversing through the desert. He does have his Jedi cloak, which is very tattered and torn on the bottom, as you can see, and it is sleeveless now. So yeah, those fell off probably a long ass time ago. He does have a little pouch right here which opens up per a magnet with a little foam piece right there. He does have another little pouch right there which does not open, and then he has another hook back there, which that little droid piece I showed you earlier, this one right here, actually hooks into. But like I said, it's a very small accessory. It's a very small hook, and it has a tendency to fall out, so just be very careful. Sorry, I just realized his arm was in the way. You couldn't see. That's one thing I will say, guys, while I'm doing my reviews on 1/6 scale figures, my focus tends to be on the figure itself, not so much on the camera. So I do apologize if he does go out of focus or lighting or anything. But yeah, all in all, I absolutely love this guy. I just noticed a little paint chip right here on his nose, but if I barely noticed, it's probably not that big of a deal. So I guess with that being said, guys, we should probably move on into his articulation. So let me go ahead and pull him forward. He will look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. He will look down that far. He will look up, basically just straight at you. His arms will go out to a T pose. He does have a butterfly joint rotation at the bicep. His arm will go up. Let's see, gotta be gentle that far, which is really good, but remember, gotta be careful with these expensive figures, and also they're soft goods. You know, you never want to push soft goods past their points. Taking a look at his waist rotation, he does have waist rotation right there, ab crunch down, back. Taking a look at his legs, they cannot kick out too far because the stitching on the soft goods gets a little tight. He will kick forward that far, kick back none at all. He comes with single hinge knees. Yep, single hinge knees, no rotation at those knees. Upper thigh swivel right there. And of course, last but not least, ankles down, ankles up, and ball rocker hinge right there. The boots are 2 separate pieces right here, so it's separate, so you get a little more mobility right there. So yeah, guys, I just wish I wouldn't have broken that little piece, but other than that, what a phenomenal figure, especially with the hype of the new Kenobi series on Disney Plus right now. This couldn't have come into my collection at a better time, and pairing this guy with the Mythos Boba Fett definitely makes a good pairing. I'm definitely going to have to take some shots of those two together. So with that being said, guys, what do you think of this figure? Do you own it in your collection? Do you kind of want it now because of the hype of the Kenobi series? Let me know down in the comments below. What would you rate this figure? 1 out of 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And if you've made it this far in the video, type down in the comments below, Kenobi! Now let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics that I took of this guy. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a great fucking day.